Hello there, everyone. It is me, the ex-Whatever, and today we're doing What Deku was Armstrong, Part 2. And I know. X, finally, we haven't heard from you in like weeks, months, days. Tell us what you've been up to. Well, I've been sick I was sick in probably September for a while. But I am getting better, but I still feel a bit sick, so unfortunately. Anyway, my mom knows my channel, so I may have to redo it completely. Because then I won't. I'm too lazy. Besides, I have about a 32% battery. So maybe 50 minutes, maybe 25, who knows. Anyway, let's get to it. Somewhere in America. Marshall. The new base has been established like you asked for, Mr. Armstrong. As you could looks well. Stormfront. Okay, give me a minute, I'm processing. I can't remember his name. Oh, Monsoon. Gosh dang it. Monsoon. Hope you know, Monsoon. My real name is actually Zuko Midoriya. Monsoon says, I'm guessing you changed your name. Because your name has weakness? Zuko says, yes. It's been too long since I've used it. And also, the surgery was a success. However, when I was fighting Mushan and Jetstream Sam, I almost pushed it to the limit because it was not artificially still. It was still adjusting to my body still. But hell, the researchers said if I did it again, when the process is still not finished, I could have a heart attack. I could have my whole heart reject me. Monsoon says. So, basically what you're saying, Midoriya, is something, if you don't let it heal properly, you could die. Midoriya's like, yes. And Moon-san, yes, could you do me a favor? Depends. How much will you pay me? Mizuki smiles like, I knew it. Fine, I'll double your paycheck. Moon-san just says, no, you're raising both me and Jetstream's paycheck. Sugo's like, are you kidding me? And Moon's like, nope, because he wants to come. Sugo just sighs like, very well. And besides, they just got the reports from the goddamn UA, saying that Bakugo passed. Moon says, is Bakugo someone you don't like? Let's just say he's someone I want you to teach a lesson. Why not eliminate him then, Mizuku? Well, he's too much of a nuisance. An annoyance. Besides, it'll be fun to see his face get terrified. The mere fact that he got beaten by people who don't even have quirks and just are cybernetically enhanced. So, when shall we leave then, Mr. Boss Armstrong? You leave tonight. And also, Izuku hands Moonsun a file. Moonsun starts reading it, as Moonsun gets very, very surprised by this. Like, so you have connections to the dark. To the I'm trying. Okay, guys, listen. I'm trying so hard to remember these names, and this name, it's basically like the darkness in the world. The darknet, whatever, I'll just say that, okay? So, there'll be an attack on USJ, or UA, during tonight. Zuga says. Yeah. Besides, you can take whoever you want. Besides, the people listed on there, why don't you take them? That'd be good for soldiers. Momo and Oraka and Juno? Like, yes. You see, they have very interesting quirks. And besides, I've already prepared some precautions for All Might. Oh. Let me guess. It involves a Metal Gear, doesn't it? Izuku smiles at Moonsan like, you know me too well. Besides, Sam did really destroy it, and we had to start from scratch. Besides, that model's in the ocean. No one even touched it. I mean, I'm eating an apple, but Mm. 2 hours. 13 hours later. Come on! They can't beat all of us! Sato! And the period we're in is now daytime. And right now, this is the USJ attack in the village. The USJ incidents. As the villains surround all the students and separates them. However, Medetta and the Frog Girl do get separated. Or figure out how to do it themselves or get out of there. And then this happened. As then Bakugo thought it was over. But then the glass above them shattered and appeared two figures. The first one was a guy wearing green armor and had a red samurai sword. And the other, a guy who was completely in black and looked like his body was entirely cybernetic. Sato looks at him like, who are you? Are you villains? As Moonsun says, not really. And besides, as Moonsun arms detaches and grabs Sato's neck. Like, we're not here for you. We're paid. As Sato begins, as Moonsun lunges Sato further in, to a wall, knocking him out. As the Nomu charges at Moonsun, however, Jetstream Sam blocks the attack and says, "Let's have a dance." Moonsun says, "Are you sure, Jesse Stam?" As his arm reattaches. Like, yes. I want to fight this. It seems interesting. Moonsun says, alright. And then Moonsun gets a call. Yeah, boss? Also, take the frog girl. You said we're only taking 3. Don't worry. I did some files, and her quirk's pretty interesting. So, grab her. I already sent you what she looks like. As then, Moonsun ultimately looks to the frog girl who's like carrying Mineta, knocked out because he is the perviest of pervs, and he's like beaten to the point where he's like he can't even move. That's how bad he's beaten up. And she says like, "Yeah, what am I gonna do with a pervert like you, ribbit?" As Moonsun's right behind her, like, I know a few ways to teach him a lesson. As she turns around, but she was too slow. Moonsun grabs her by the head and slams her into a pavement, knocking her out and cracking her skull. Like, I really don't like hitting women, but a job's a job, Moonsun says. As then Moonsun actually orders some of the men that broke through the ceiling, grabbed her and getting her out of there, or hooking her up. And then Juno and Momo and Araka begins touching Moonsun's arm, like charges at Moonsun and touching his arm to make him float. But then Moonsun detaches his arm and kicks Araka in the back, almost like cracking her spine, where the point where she couldn't move from the pain. Now Momo created a staff and charged at Moonsun. As Moonsun's arm reattaches as he grabs his blade behind his back and locks on with the staff and breaks it in two with one move. As then he punches Momo in the stomach so hard that she is rendered unconscious and also gets hit into the tree, because why not? And Juno tries to shock the ground, but it does nothing to Moonsun's body, because his body is entirely mechanical. And so Moonsun says, "Is that all you got?" As Moonsun detaches his leg and kicks her right in the chest, crushing her ribs, or not crushing them, cracking them, cracking her whole rib cage, as she coughs up blood and gets tossed on the ground 2 meters later. As then Moonsun grabs all the girls and ties them up, like, "Okay, boys, here you go." As then the soldiers grab them and go up to the helicopter that they're being transported in. As Moonsun turns around, Moonsun sees Jetstream Sam's already killed the Nomu. Fun fact: the Nomu may have made overpowered quirks, but the one thing it lacks is intelligence. So Jetstream Sam obviously stabbed the brain, chopped off all its arms, and he decided to do the next approach, slice its brain little by little. You see, the brain is a very delicate thing. Even though you have hyper regen, you need the cognitive functions it has still. However, it's too much damage, it can't regenerate. So, yeah. As Jetstream Sam says, what a disappointment, as Aizawa tries to cancel out Jetstream Sam's quirk. As Jetstream Sam looks what's tucking him, and he sees Aizawa's arms completely crushed in, and Shigaraki's like, "Who are you two? Are you villains?" As Moonsun says, "We're not really villains. We're just for hire mercenaries." Shigaraki says, well, how much would I would pay you to kill him? How much do you want? And he's like, 2 million. Shigaraki's like, Gary, let's leave this place. As they leave. As Sheem Sam's like, that was pretty funny. Hey, Moonson, should we nickname him Dry Hands? Moonson's like, pretty funny, Sam. Sure, why not? It's funny. I thought you'd like it. As they're about to leave, All Might arrives. Everyone's hopes were high up. As says, All Might, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Moonson, the winds of destruction, and this Jetstream Sam. As All Might looks at him like, I don't care who you are. You've attacked my students, and for that, you will pay. As Jetstream Sam's, as Moonson's like, oh, really? Well, if you're really confident in beating us, I guess we should surrender. As All Might smiles like, good, they're surrendering. I could save some of my time limit still, and it's like, that's what we would say if we didn't bring the big one. As All Might says, the big one, as all of a sudden, the whole building above them, a huge thing crashes down onto it. And it was a Metal Gear, and aka the Metal Gear from what Ryan was facing, like, as it roars and looks at All Might like, target identified, All Might, destroy. As the zip lines come down Jetstream Sam and Moonson as they're grappling onto it, like, as Jetstream Sam goes up first and Moonson goes up halfway, like, see you, All Might, and by the way, don't even try tracking us. We have anti-tracking proof. Oh, and Bakugo. As Moonson grabs a gun and shoots Bakugo in the arm. Like, nothing personal, Bakugo. Son of a bitch. As the Metal Gear charges at All Might, ramming him into the wall. As All Might punches the Metal Gear, as it gets thrown back by All Might's punch. But it doesn't even looks like it damaged it at all. It swings its blade at All Might, but All Might catches it and rips it off and throws it. Rips it off and uses it to chop its arm off. As All Might thought, I only have about 10 minutes left. As then, the Metal Gear pretends to be dead. As then, it tries charge at All Might and lunges at him and grabs him by the mouth. It bites him like he does to Ryan as he begins wiggling him around. As then he throws him up in the air. And All Might says, I guess I have no choice. Plus Ultra, 1,000,000%. As then All Might goes through all the way down to the Metal Gear and destroys it with one punch. And that's when All Might reverts to skinny All Might. And then Samantha blocks him like he did in the anime. As then Moonson's like, Armstrong, mission accomplished. So, what are you going to do with the girls? And so he was like, well, I'm going to cybernetically enhance them. As Moonson's, oh, besides, Momo's pretty useful for the tech stuff, so it'll be pretty easy to convince her. But Juno's pretty much difficult class because she wants to be a hero. What would you say, son? Well, I would say, to be continued. But guys, truly, if you guys really love this part, please smash the like button and hit the subscribe button.
Plus, we're almost at 5,000k subscribers. We just need a few more subscribers, guys. If you could do that, I would appreciate it. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.